Hey YouTube! Today I'm going to show you how to make, they're the same bow but basically one has more ribbon. So it's the twisted boutique bow. I'm going to show you how to make one with just one ribbon, and I'm going to show you how to make one with two ribbons. So I have this one and I have a black one on the inside. So I'll put this one aside. So what you're going to need for this one, I'll put this one aside. Okay, so this one here, I use about, you can use as much as you want, but I use between 19 and 22 inches of ribbon. Just depends on how big I want the bow or how big the spikes are going to be. So you take your ribbon, you cut it to your 21 inches or whatever you want. Okay, and then you're going to need a lighter to heat seal. You're going to need a glue gun. You're going to need a Salon clip. I have two different Salon clips. This one's the smaller one, and I use it for bows like this. Now, if you make the great big bows, then you'll want to use this monster, which it works good if you have over 6-inch spikes. It works really good. And then you're going to need two of these, and these are just the hair clips. These are the double pronged. And you're going to need, of course, some scissors. And then you're going to need either, it's a stiffener. This is the Aleene's Stiffen Quick, which this is kind of expensive, so I used to use it, but then the more I made, the more I was buying. So now I use hairspray. I just use Rave. I think I get it at Dollar General. It's a lot cheaper, and it works actually almost better than the Stiffen Quick. And then you're going to need your string, which this is what I use. I think this is, oh, what do you call it? Cross-stitching thread. Crochet. It's real thin. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like real thin. Okay, and then I think that's it. So we're ready to go. So what I do, you cut your ribbon, and then you're just going to heat seal the end of it. And you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Ugh, can't talk. Okay, and then you're going to take it and you're going to fold it directly in half. I've tried all different ways to make these, and this is the best way that I've ever come up with. So you crease it, then you open it up, and there's your crease. So now what I do is I take just a little dot of glue, and I mean a little dot. I don't know if you can see it, but it is like a little dot. And then you're going to take this and you're going to come in and you're going to flip it away from you, and then you're going to lay it across there. Now, you're not going to lay it like this, or like, you're going to lay it just like you would a figure eight. So on this side you put just a little more dot of glue, and then this one you're going to bring up, and then you're going to flip it toward you, and then you're just going to lay it right there without going way over. So then you have something that looks like this. So it's kind of like a figure eight. Then what you're going to do, you're going to take this and you're going to pinch it to get the center of this ribbon. And then you're going to take that and you're going to bring it into the middle of this, so that it looks like that. And then you're going to do the same thing with this side. You're going to pinch it, and then you're going to bring this middle. Now, I don't go completely over. I leave it about like that. So maybe a half an inch. Okay, so this is the back, and then if you flip it over, that's going to be the front. So once you get it pretty much where you want it, it looks like your loops are even. Then I take the Salon clip, and then I'll flip it over. And then you can see how it kind of already looks like a bow. Now I don't know if you can see this. This is really important, I think. I've not really noticed a lot of people doing this on their YouTube videos, but if you notice, you have a V right here, and you have a V right here. You want those V's across from each other, because that's where you're going to tie it. So once you get it and it looks like it's where you want it, then you're going to take your string and you're going to flip this back over to the back. And how you can tell the front from the back is the layered, and like that one is over that one. If you can see that. And then the front looks like a bow. So you're going to start from the back and you're going to take your string, put it down the one side, and then you're going to put it down the other. And then you're going to hold on to it, then you're going to flip it over, and then you're just going to tie it just like you begin to tie your shoes. You're just going to make one loop, a crisscross, and then you're just going to kind of bring it down, not real tight, just kind of taut. And then you're going to take it and go back through each side. And then you're going to flip it over again. I usually kind of hang on to the strings when I flip it. And there again, you want it taut. Now I'm going to show you up close. See the V's? That's where the string is, and that's where it should be. It shouldn't be over here, or it should be right in the middle of that V. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing like we're going to tie our shoes, but here's the trick. I've seen so many people have a hard time tying their bows because they can't, hold their finger, and my dad taught me this trick when he was here last month. Once you get it to the second end, the second side, go through once like you're going to tie your shoes, but then go through one more time, and then once you actually tie it like taut, you can let go and it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, ready? I'll show you. Now watch. Ta-da! It's magic. No. But it helps to prevent it from going anywhere. So then I will do that, another double one just like that. And then I do it a third time. And then you just cut it off. Now you can take it out of your Salon clip. There it is without touching it up or anything. So I don't really like it the way it is, but I mean, you can just kind of play with it. And pretty much get it where you want it. So I think that looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece of paper. Actually, I usually do this over my trash can, which is just over here to the side. But when I get it where I want it, and I like it, and if it's not where you want it, you can just kind of put your fingers in here and just kind of tug on it, and it can shape it the way you want, any way you want. So I kind of like this right there. So then I'm going to take my hairspray, flip it over, And then I put this in front of my fan. Now, another thing, what you can do to keep this from the hold on your loops, you can squeeze it together here, and that's where these come in. Turn it over and just clip it right there on the top. And you do the same thing with this one. Then they're gonna stay together. And then I just put it in front of my fan that I have, and then it dries, and then I remove the clips, and then this is what I have. So that is just the single ribbon. Now, the double ribbon is a little more complicated. You have 2 ribbons, and they're the same size. These are, I believe, 21 inches as well. But here's what I do with this, because this is really kind of difficult if you don't do what I'm going to do. First of all, you heat seal your ends. Now, you can heat seal them like this and then squeeze them together and hope that they stick, which most of the time they don't. So what I do is I will just take and put a little line of glue right across there, and then I'll will attach this to that, so then that's not going to move on you. And then you just come down here and do the same thing to this end. Do your heat sealing, which I already did that. Just a little bit of glue, just enough to hold it. You don't have to put a bunch. There. Now your ribbon is pretty sturdy. Not going to go all over the place. Now here's what I do. I'll take this and I fold it in half. And then I'll open it up. And then where the mark is, I don't know if you can see it, I'll put a little line here so you can see. You see, that's the halfway mark. So I'm just going to lift this up just a little, and I'm going to put a little dab of glue right there. Now your ribbon is really, it's not going to go all over. And if you want to, you could put a little dab of glue here and one down here, but you don't really need to. Okay, so we're going to do this just like we did the other one. Going to put the dot of glue right there in the center. You're going to take, oh, why it's out of focus. Okay, you're going to take this in. You're going to flip it like you're just going to attach it, but you're going to flip it over away from you, and then just put it just at a little bit of an angle. And then you're going to put a dot of glue here, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to bring this in and flip it back towards you. So this one you're going to put it in and flip it away. This side you're going to bring in and flip toward you. Put your glue, bring it in, flip it towards you, and you just want to go right there. You don't want to go way over. Okay, so then you have this. Now you're gonna crease right here. Take this and bring it to the middle. So that it looks like that. Then you're gonna do the same thing with this side. Crease it, bring it to the middle. So that you have even loops without the cobwebs. So that's the back. Remember, the back always has these overlapping. So adjust it if you need to, and then flip it over and just kind of see how they look. And that looks pretty good. Flip it back over, put your Salon clip in it. Get your V's, V there and the V down here. So there's the bow, so all of them look pretty even. I'm gonna flip it over. Take my string on the back, go down towards the front. Flip it over, crisscross once. Go back down the other side. Flip it over. Make sure that it's in the center of the V's and that your V's are across from each other, not diagonal. And then you're going to wrap it once and twice. And then you're going to pull it tight. And then you can let go and it's not going to go anywhere. Then I do it again. And a third time. And you can remove it from the Salon clip. Okay, now this one didn't turn out quite as good. When you have more than one ribbon, it is a lot harder because it just gives you that extra one to work with. So this one I am going to have to work with more. So I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to push it down in the middle and see how this one just wants to kind of like do its own thing. Well, a lot of times if you just kind of push right there on the side, it'll flip it in. Okay. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, so I kind of like it like that, so I'm going to spray it. Flip it over. Spray it. And there again, if you want, you can pinch it and then go to the back and then just put a Salon clip in there. Do the same thing with this one. And that's what it's going to look like. And then let it dry. Okay, I just took the Salon clip out of the first one. So see how it keeps, you'll still have to maybe play with it a little bit just to shape it how you want it. But very simple. I tried doing it other ways, and this is the simplest way to do it. And then, of course, you would attach this to your spikes, which I will show you how I make my spikes in the next video. So, these are the two bows. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you. And I will also leave a link to my Facebook page. Thanks for watching.